He called me drunk at 3 a.m., then got me fired for it, so this one goes back to 99 or so. I was working in the corporate headquarters of a very large telco, responsible for the email system for HQ, about 1,100 users at the time. Like all the sysadmins at HQ, I was a contractor, working through a body shop outsourcer. My on-call rotation was 1 week on, 1 week off. This story happened in my off week when B carried the pager. One Saturday night at around 3:30 a.m., my home phone rang. My wife answered, and it was Jay calling. She grumpily handed the phone to me. Now my wife and I had just gotten home, having been out for much of the night with our neighbors. I was, for lack of a more refined term, positively hammered at this point. Jay informed me that there was an email outage and that I needed to remote in and get it back up immediately, and then drive to the office to start a root cause analysis. I informed him that I was in no condition to drive, let alone touch a production rig, and asked what B told him when he called the on-call pager. Jay told me that he didn't call the on-call pager because this was way too serious of a problem to trust the backup sysadmin. He wanted me working on this, and that if I can't be relied upon to do my job when I was needed, he'd find someone else who could, and hung up the phone. I went back to sleep. The next day, I arrived at the office to a note from S, my manager, asking me to come see him ASAP. I went to S.'s office, and sitting there was Jay, who was in the process of demanding that I be fired immediately for being drunk at work. From there, the conversation went something like this. S. But Blemglorf wasn't at work. He was at home and wasn't in the on-call rotation this weekend. J. I don't want to hear it about the on-call rotation. Blemglorf needs to be ready to work when I tell him to. I can't rely on an alcoholic, and I want him gone. S. If he's not on call, he's free to do whatever he wants with his time. J. Not as long as he works for me. J then demands that I hand my office badge to him and calls security from S phone to have me escorted out of the building. I'm in absolute disbelief at this point. S gets up and goes off to points unknown just as security arrives to see me out to the parking lot. As I'm driving off, I see Jay's boss. I'll call her M. M is running across the street to the parking lot. Strange, but I was more focused on how the hell I was going to explain this to my wife when I got home.